Це Яків, наш прадід.
This is Yakov, our great-grandfather. Here's our grandmother Anna, her sister Maria, brother Petro, and the oldest sister Tatiana.
Stalin's regime accused the Mylchenko family of being kulaks, that is, peasants considered too wealthy by communist standards. First they were evicted from their home, and then, in 1938, the arrests followed.
Grandmother told us that her father was taken away in a black car. She remembered some details on how he packed and how they took him away, but nobody knew what had really happened to him.
The Mylchenko sisters learned about the fate of their great-grandfather from Soviet archives, which have now been made available to the public. In the documents, he was accused of, quote, campaigning against the actions of the party. The NKVD sentenced him to be shot.
For a long time, he wouldn't confess to being anti-Soviet. He underwent many interrogations, and the witness in that case happened to be our other great-grandfather, whose son married to our grandmother 20 years after those events.
Rehabilitated posthumously, case closed, read the official document issued to relatives of Yakov Mylchenko in 1956.
After the rehabilitation, the person who had initially reported on our great-grandfather was bullied and harassed by villagers. People were saying, "See what you have done?" Not long after that, the man committed suicide.
The sisters didn't stop at uncovering the tangled story of their great-grandfather. They decided to piece together the history of communist repressions in their village of Velika Pavlivka in the Poltava region. They studied the lists of people involved, pulled up their files, testimonies, and convictions. In a year, they found the names of more than 100 of unjustly convicted villagers and the names of those committing injustice on behalf of the Soviet regime.
I think the book of the history of the village has only 84 surnames of the repressed and no other data, so we decided to remember the names of all these people. We also studied the cases of all the Chekists. We wanted to find out what happened to them. Secret officers were sentenced to 8 years in camps. NKVD officials to 4 years. The main Chekist in the region, Mylchenko, was executed.
Svetlana and Valentina called their memorial project The Living. They look not only for information, but also for the descendants of those repressed in Velika Pavlivka. They plan on releasing a book of memory.
There are no problems with access, but there are cases which are kept in local archives, and we have to go there. And there are cases in Russia which we won't be able to retrieve.
In the next report of our series, Reclaiming Memory, learn about the creation of a single archive of the communist regime in Ukraine. Reported by Yevgenia Burda for UATV.